In this video, I'm going to break down this SaaS explainer ad inspired by 11 labs made totally in After Effects. It's gonna be step-by-step process, so it's easy to follow even if you're a complete beginner. And we're going to create this ad.
Hey, have you heard the big news?
Hey, wait. Why are we whispering?
Actually, I'm trying to make some drama.
Create a new composition of 1920 by 1080. After this, create a square just like so. Now just align this shape layer in the middle of this composition and change this fill to dark black color. Not just completely dark, completely black, just give it a dark color, dark black. Now you can change the background color to make the difference. And after this, what you can do, you can just turn off the stroke for now and import all the materials that you've downloaded from the flaticon.com. You can just download them. It's not a big deal. You can find them free. Now you have to apply the fill color from the effects panel and give them a white color. White. Okay. So after this, scale them down to maybe 10% and just reposition them in the left of this shape layer, just like this. I will just reposition them all just like this. After this, I will just scale them down to the 7%. Now I have to create a logo for the 11th lab. So it's just 2 lines. So I will just create a shape layer just like so, 2 strokes, and I will give it a stroke of maybe 8% or 7% or 11 maybe. Okay, after this, what you can do, you can just select this shape layer and just open this section, go to content shapes and just duplicate this shape and open this transform section and reposition this stroke just like this to make this logo. Okay, we have this logo now, and you can increase its stroke to maybe 9%. After this, you can reposition it like this. And now create another square shape layer just like this. And give it a gradient. And the fill section, give this a gradient just like this, and reposition this gradient ramp just like so. Okay, after this, you have to open this section and give them this color. You can even just copy this code to match the exact color that I'm using. Press OK and just reposition and scale down this shape layer just like this and reposition it over here. Okay, after this, you can just reposition these elements again if you want. So in my case, I'm repositioning them because these were not good. Okay, so scale it down to maybe, actually scale it bigger, 34%. And after this, duplicate this one and turn off the fill, give it a stroke and give it a gray color. And press OK and turn this stroke down to maybe 1%. And after this, you have to select both of them and scale them down just like so. After this, you have to duplicate this logo and reposition it down and place this layer upon all of these layers so that you can see. Now you have to place upon all of these layers just like so. So now what you can do, you have to just scale it down maybe a little bit more and reposition it in the center. After this, you can just open this section. You can scale it a little bit more down just to the 30%, and now open this section and open this shape layer and just unlink this scale property, and now you select this anchor point tool and just reposition this anchor in the center of this stroke, just like this. So now what you can do, you can give a keyframe in the scale here and just move this playhead further in the timeline and just decrease the scale property to maybe 68%. Now select first keyframe and copy and paste it in the further in the timeline. Now press F9 on the keyboard to ease them. And now you can press Alt on the keyboard and give an expression for the looping. LWP, loop, out. Okay. So now you can just duplicate this shape just like this and reposition this duplicated shape over right to these two layers to make this logo, animated logo. Okay, we have this little animation in the side. After this, I will create a new shape layer, just a box like this, and I will just turn off its stroke and give it a dark black color, a little bit more dark so that you can see. Now place this layer beneath all these layers except for the background one, the last one. So now what you can do, you can just duplicate this rectangle and drag this duplicated rectangle, its position down. Okay, so I will just do it for every element. I'll just reposition these elements a little bit to the right because they were not in the center. So I will just repeat this process for every element. So after doing all of this, I will create a new stroke just like this and turn off its fill and give it a stroke of this color, dark gray color, just like this, and turn this stroke down to maybe 2% for now. We will adjust this later. 1 maybe. Okay, after this you can just duplicate this stroke and place this duplicated stroke over here. Now select the text tool and write mark, and I just scale this text layer up a little bit so that you can see. Place it over here and now just change its color to maybe white. Okay, so just place this text over here and increase it to switch this to regular mode from this, and I'm using pop in font. If you don't have this, you can download it from the internet. After this, you have to import this circle just like this. You can just ask AI to create this kind of circle with a gradient. It's not a big deal. Just place it over here, and in front of it just place this text mark like so. So we have this nice thing over here. After this, what I will do, I will just duplicate this mark text and place it over here and import another circle, another icon just like this, and show these rulers and just place this ruler over here. Now I can just align these both circles just like this and increase its scale a little bit so that I can match the scale of the upper circle. Okay. After this, you can just I'll just move this shape layer, the stroke down, and now what I will do, I will just duplicate this text and place it over here and write whispering, "Hey, have you heard the big news?" I will just scale it down a little bit and place it over here, and now I will just move these two things down a little bit here maybe, and I will just write Marissa here. After this, what I will do, I will create a shape layer just like this with round corners rectangle, and just give it a nice color. You can copy my code over here to match the exact same color, and toggle the switch and select the add in the blending mode so that you can just highlight this text like I'm doing here. Duplicate this text and move this text down and write, hey, wait, why are we whispering? And just give a space in between them. And now duplicate this text layer, write whispering with the brackets, and move this whispering text between this space that we've created. After this, I will just change the color of this text to maybe this a light purple. Now duplicate this shape layer and just move it over here so that you don't create a new one. Okay, give it a light purple color for now, just like this. Okay, duplicate this these two elements again and just place them over here. After this, you can just duplicate this stroke layer again and just place it over here. So now we have these things. I will just duplicate this text again and I will write, actually I'm trying to make some drama. Okay, I will just write laughing in the brackets and duplicate this shape layer and move it over here to highlight the text and give it the same color like the upper one. Okay, so now what you can do, you can just duplicate this layer and the background layer and turn off its fill and give it a stroke of this orange and put a 2 in the stroke. After this, you have to open this section content, go to this trim path, add a trim path, and just decrease its reduce its end section to maybe 15 for now, and just move this offset value to make the trim path. Now go to the stroke, go to the taper and increase the taper start length to maybe 13 for now. After this, you have to go in the effects panel and search for the deep glow. Apply this deep glow effect and turn it radius down to 500 and go to the tint section and select a monocolor here, and now you have to change this red color to orange color. After this, you have to select this layer and change its stroke color to white and give it a 1.5 stroke for now. After this, just open this section and increase its taper start length to maybe 40% and end length also 40%, and change this offset value so that you can place this over to this left corner of this box and increase the end to maybe 20%. Now we have this thing. After this, what I will do, I will just change the color of this a little bit, a light orange, just like this, of this glow, and change this offset value and give it a keyframe over here, and now move this playhead further in the timeline and place this offset value here, just like this. So now if we play, we have this animation. You can just readjust these keyframes according to your liking, so I'm just doing, you can just even follow me. Now create a new light and create a spotlight, copy my settings here, 150 for the intensity, and make sure you just copy this code to match the exact color of this light, because this is important section. Now create this light and now turn all of these layers into 3D so that all these layers affected by this light. So now place this light over here, just like this, and now press B on the keyboard to hit the position and give it a keyframe over here, and just move this and reposition this light according to this trim path animation that we have. Now we have to go upward, So I will just give a new keyframe to the position of this light and just move it over here. Now after this I will select this anchor point and I will have to just sharpen this corner. It's a roundy, so I don't want a round edges over here, so I will just shorten these by these handles and I will just sharpen this corner. After this, what you can do, you can just go further with the light with this trim path animation that we have, and just place this light over here in the left corner of this box or of this rectangle or this UI panel that we have. Now I will just reposition this light again, and repeat the same process. Just sharpen these corners by handling these handles of these anchor points. Just shorten these handles. After this, you have to go further in the timeline and just give these new keyframes to the position of this light. You have to go according to the trim path animation that we have for now. Okay, and now just move downward. Just like this, and repeat the same process. Shorten or sharpen these corners by handling these anchor point handles. Now if I play this animation, it will look like this. Okay, it's looking cool, and it's quarter in the resolution for preview, so that it won't get heavy. So that's why you give it a color keyframe in this color, and give a keyframe in the intensity, not in the color. Put a 0 here and increase the value to the 100 after moving this playhead further in the timeline. Now you have to select these both keyframes and move these keyframes further in the timeline. Okay, it's looking cool. The resolution is not full, so that's why you're seeing this patchy thing for now. Now create a new camera. Make sure you create a 2-node camera and press OK. Now create a new null and turn this null into 3D and just parent this camera to this null. Now give a keyframe in the position of this null, and now you can just reposition this here. Actually, you have to center it here, just like this. And now you can move this keyframe in the further. First of all, you have to give a keyframe, you have to change your value and the orientation, and just follow me here. Put 18 and 10 respectively, and I'll just move this position keyframe in the start of the timeline like this. Now give another keyframe to make animation. Just zoom out a little bit by changing the Z position of this null. And now select this keyframe, press this button on the plugin. Now select this first one keyframe and press F9 to easy ease them, and just move these keyframes here so that animation stop from here, maybe in the half a second in the timeline. Okay. It's looking great. Now you have to duplicate this null so that you can create another and place this layer over here and just parent this previous null to the new one and just give keyframes to the new null, just like this. Reposition this thing here maybe. Now select this keyframe and press this button on the plugin, and now select the other one and press F9 on the keyboard. Now if you play this, it will look like this. Yeah, it's looking cool. So now here I can duplicate this null layer again and delete all these keyframes, move this layer over here, parent this null 3 to this new null, and give new keyframes over here. And just reposition them. Reposition this like so in the middle of this panel that we have. And now select this keyframe, press this button on the, and now select this both and press F9 on the keyboard to easy ease it. So now it will look like this. Now you can just reposition it over here. Actually, this animation is totally your own preference. Okay, we have this thing here. If we play, it will look like this. After this, I will create a new solid, and I will go in this effects panel and give it a 4 color gradient, and give it a color of this orange color in the one panel, and all the other panel will have this black color. Now you have to select the anchor point of this and just move this over here, this composition, to just decrease its intensity of the light. Okay, it's looking cool. Now place this layer beneath all of these layers so that you have this solid gradient, orange gradient. Now after this, what you can do, you can just duplicate this mark text layer and just for now just disable the light and the camera also, so that you can see this panel right in the middle of this composition. You can turn off this title save action so that you know where's the middle section of this composition lies. So just reposition this mark here over here and write 11 Labs v3 version. Okay, and now just scale this 11 Labs text a little bit bigger, and just reposition its anchor point in the middle of this text, and reposition this text in the middle of this composition, and just move. And now you can duplicate this logo that you have of the 11 Labs, just move it over here right next to it, this 11 Lab text, and now you can scale it a little bit bigger so that you can match the size of this text layer. Okay, after this you can just reposition this 11 Labs here, just drag it up and turn on the camera and light so that you can see this 11 Labs logo. Make sure you parent this logo to the 11 Lab text, and reposition it over here, and you can scale it a little bit bigger so that it okay, so you can just leave it over here. After this, you have to search for the deep glow and just apply this on your text, just like this, and you can just turn this radius to 500, and now you can copy this deep glow effect and also paste on this text on your logo. Now if you turn on your light, it will look like this, and it's looking cool. Awesome. It's looking awesome. Okay. And I will just reposition this last keyframe of this animation, camera animation that I have in the null layer. And I want this camera to be in the middle of this panel that we have in the end of this video, or this intro that I'm making, or this video. Okay, so that you can read the last line of the mark. Okay, we have this thing here. If we play, it will look like this. Yeah, it's looking cool, man. That kind of dopamine hit you want when you complete your project. You can just move this light a little bit down here maybe, and just maybe delete these next keyframes in the light position, because we want this all the text to be visible, so that we have to move this light a little bit down. So now if we play this animation, it will look like this. You can see. Okay, you can get this voiceover, professional voiceover, from the 11 Labs, and make sure you're using 11 Labs v3 version. It's professional. And now after getting your voiceovers, what you can do, you can just select these both layers and move them further in the timeline and give them a keyframes from 0 to 100% on the opacity property, so that it appears from here when this line trim path animation approaches to the left corner of this panel. So you can select this text layer, go to the add section, give it a scale property and scale it down to 0%, and open this range selector part and give a keyframe in the offset from 0 to 100%. And now you can select the shape layer, and give the opacity keyframes in the opacity from 0 to 100, just like this. And now if I play this, it will look like this. Now you have to do the same thing with all these elements. Just select them and give the keyframes in the opacity from 0 to 100%, and move these layers further in the timeline so that they appears one by one respectively, and you're done.